Huai ke aloko kipa. Paulu olu hoiatu. Ina hoa, ikipa mai. Mai kino hi mai, kana ao ke kana kamakua. Mahala kapua. Hoia mai. Alana ke aloko kipa puni mai
Aloha, my name is Kathleen Rhodes Merriam, and I am the Hawaii Statewide Clubhouse Coordinator. You are about to see a program that features our clubhouses here in Hawaii. The Clubhouse model is an international approach to psychosocial rehabilitation. The theme is work, and how work helps us restore our lives and become productive members of the community.
The ICCD is a worldwide coordinating center for some 400 clubhouses located in 29 countries around the world. Our vision is to lead a worldwide alliance of clubhouse community programs to help these clubhouses work with individuals with mental illness to have all the opportunities for recovery that anybody needs, deserves, and has in the general population. What are those things? Jobs, good places to live, a chance for a good education, meaningful relationships. All of us as humans have those as basic needs, and our role as the coordinating center is to help build a strong alliance of clubhouses around the world, whether they be in Hong Kong or Kosovo or Norway or Pennsylvania or Hawaii.
I am really proud of what our clubhouses have accomplished in Hawaii. Each of our clubhouses stands as a home and a beacon of hope for all of our consumers to be treated as members, as people, not diseases, and having the atmosphere of hope, the right supports, and the right activities so that they become accepted, welcome, and contributing members of the community.
Traditionally, people have been looked at with just their symptoms. They didn't have the support of the clubhouse, so they didn't have the opportunity to say, oh, well, you can work on this and you can improve this, because they would see someone who had severe schizophrenia and say, oh, we know the outcome with this because there's no community support in place is really kind of just, it's not that great. So you're going to have to just learn to deal with it.
In the clubhouse, we work very hard at making everything as normalizing or real life as it is in other places. So there shouldn't be a lot of difference between staff and members. So we have some natural relationships. And as people see that in clinics and in the community, or as we talk to employers, that also kind of decreases people's fear of how people with mental illness act. When we talk about how we have positive relationship with the people that we work with, and then we tell them that people that we work with have mental illness, it really gives them a different perspective. And the more that we have advisory board members, employers, family members, and clinicians actually here in the clubhouse and see how we're working together, there is no limits to the potential of what people can attain with their life.
So I think it's something that every psychiatrist should know what a clubhouse is, be able to discuss to their patients what goes on in a clubhouse, and regularly refer patients to the clubhouse.
Now, clubhouses in general are psychiatric rehabilitation programs. They're day programs for people who've experienced a mental illness go to during the day to join with other people who've had same experiences, build up their self-confidence, build their self-esteem, build skills so they can reintegrate back into the community.
In Hawaii, our clubhouses have been central to celebrating the diversity of all the people here. And it's taken as a very positive piece where people get to enjoy all the differences, and generally in the context of our host Hawaiian culture.
The sense of, malama, making sure that we take care of each other, and sense of ohana, that you're part of, a great family. And the clubhouse model fits into every aspect of that.
The day is focused around what we call work units. And in these work units, they're not job-specific training, but they're designed for people to join in, pick up different kinds of skills, but decide for themselves what it is that they want to do in their life. So for example, a clubhouse may have a clerical unit where folks have opportunities to learn how to type, to use a computer, the internet, receptionist types of things, any kind of office kinds of work. In addition to doing outreach with other members in the clubhouse, putting together orientation manuals for prospective new members, and through the relationships that develop between the members and staff working together in units such as the clerical unit, forms a sort of magic that happens where people who have schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, schizoaffective, the focus isn't on the illness. It's on people's talents and abilities and what they can do, not what they can't do. So we don't sit around during the day talking about our illnesses. We focus in on what interests people have and what they can do. And then we provide opportunities for members to engage in those activities through a work order day. The work order day mirrors general society in that we work during the day, we play and have fun in the evenings and weekends. Now, what do we do after, beyond the work order day? Well, we have strong employment programs.
Clubhouse helps people get ready to work. For some people, it's just beginning of thinking about work and how they could work and what work could do for them, how they see other people work. And then as they are ready, then we help them get their resumes and interview and explore different job opportunities and what will work. And then transitional employment where they actually try out working. And then when they're ready, a supportive employment where we look at vocational goals and where their career wants to go. So there's a lot of different ways that we can help people when it comes to employment.
ICCD Clubhouses offer employment opportunities in 3 different ways: through transitional employment, supported employment, and independent employment.
Transitional employment is this wonderful idea in Clubhouse model where we have entry-level, part-time positions with employers in the community with a lot of support from the clubhouse.
When we work with employers in the community, the clubhouse is behind the member, providing support, and they have the same needs and desires as other people. Maybe even more so than other people because they haven't had the chances as a lot of people in society, where somebody may not have worked for a period of time or is just kind of starting up again with an employment opportunity. They seize that, they're proud of it, they want to do well, and they want to make a life for themselves. So they take that job with perhaps a greater determination than other people might have who are just, taking a job to get a paycheck, to pay their rent, but don't really care that much about how well they do their job or how well they get along with their coworkers. For Clubhouse members to have a real job and have a real wage, to even think about having health insurance benefits again, instead of being on the disability system, that is far greater of a desire and an opportunity that Clubhouse members have and cherish. And by and large, they do a very good job of it, and our employers can provide numerous testaments to that.
I would recommend this program to any employer that needs help. For me, I've got to not only look at this from a social perspective, but from a business perspective. And my loyalty's got to be to the company and the benefit of the employees. And I had to decide, could I afford to bring Edna on? And there was some risk associated with that, because if Edna wasn't productive at all and was just getting paid to come here, that wouldn't have been a good outcome for me. But the great news is that Edna has been worth more than what we paid her, and she appears to be very happy and very satisfied with not so much getting money, but in having the opportunity to become part of our company and to be an active member. But I didn't really know what to expect, because I'd never worked with someone that had serious mental illness in their history or their past. But it's just turned out to be a marvelous experience and a great benefit to Comtel. We had many administrative tasks that weren't being performed because of the press of normal day-to-day crises and responsibilities. And it's the little things that make a company really good. And Edna's been able to come in and relieve a lot of the pressure on the folks that weren't able to take the time to do the recurring day-to-day things that aren't as exciting as other things. And getting to know Edna has been a lot of fun too, because that I've seen her grow from being a very concerned and anxious and person and not being very comfortable to a person now that feels at home here, and a person that I think has gained a lot of strength and self-confidence by making a great contribution to our company. And from a financial perspective and a productivity perspective, I mean, it's been well worth it. And of course, all of us at ComTel are very pleased that we were able to play some small part in Edna's achievements. We're going to hate to lose her if we do lose her. I'm trying to talk her into staying.
It's been a wonderful experience, I tell you. It's been good for us, and I know it's good for them. What I like about the members here, you know, they show up to work on time, all the time. That's really a blessing in running any kind of an operation, just making sure that people show up and do the work. What really helps is that they come with supervision, and for me, it's a definite plus. Obviously, they're productive, and it gives me a sense of doing something for people that oftentimes people tend to overlook or neglect. So it does make me feel good. I go to the clubhouse once in a while to have a cup of coffee and sometimes have lunch with them, and I tell you, it really opened my eyes in the sense that here's these people, you know, normally they would be at home probably watching TV or basically just wasting away, but here they come to the clubhouse. You've got people running this little store that they've got, you know, the snack shop. You've got people serving food. You've got people sweeping and mopping, and it's really a clean place. I mean, it's a model clubhouse. I'm impressed, you know, and it just tells you that these people are capable of doing something, and I think the staff there has that talent of putting them in the right place with the right job so they can be happy, and then they in turn can get a sense of self-worth. And to me, it's a good feeling.
You know, it's a program that is fantastic. It supports the goals that we're all trying to achieve as managers, whether it be financial or condition of the overall product that we're trying to achieve. I think some of the top hotels or businesses should really look at this and give it a try. We've been in this for 9 years now, and we've had fees work for anywhere from 6 to 9 months. If need be, Friendship House works with us if we need them a little longer. But yeah, they become productive members of society. They learn a skill, they learn how to work with other people. And I think the biggest thing that we offer them is they can be productive members of society. They're capable of working. They're people just like us. You know, nobody wants to be labeled. I think everybody should have a fair chance at doing what they want to do. If they're capable of doing it, then they should be able to do it, and we should give them a fair shake. I think, you know, through the 9 years that I've worked with the TEs, I can honestly say there's never been a problem here.
International Design Sources, our company, wholeheartedly endorses this program. We really feel that we benefit from the employees. The supervisor comes in first and learns the job inside and out. Then the supervisor trains the employee, does not require us to take our time to do that. We've already basically done it once. Whenever or if ever a turnover would occur, the supervisor again would train the replacement. But most importantly, something that caught my eye originally at the Rotary meeting is that for any reason, if the employee is not able to come to work, the supervisor fills in that day. The company is never without coverage. This is really unprecedented, I think. And I thought right away that this would be, in my mind, something perfect for my wife's company. Her company, International Design Sources, represents about 70 different companies. And every day there's shipments of fabric and other things coming in the door. Things have to be, new additions have to be
folded, separated, hung. Discontinues have to be removed promptly. When Thelma comes in here, she has her own projects. She's a self-starter. She does her own jobs, and there's just a multitude of different tasks for her to do. Many of them, many times, actually, I've come through the showroom and I'll be working on a project, but someone will ask me a question about where a certain type of fabric is hung. And once I remember very distinctly, I glanced over at Thelma and she said, right over here. And so she really has gotten to know the layout of the two showrooms, the merchandise, and has been very helpful, not only to us getting our job done and by doing her tasks, but also helping us with some of the customers as they come in.